Hello, my name is Donna Widener. I am the nurse navigator for Carpenter Cancer Center. I work in radiation oncology at Sumner Station. I have worked at Sumner Regional for 34 years. I am married to Ken and have 2 sons and a wonderful daughter-in-law.
My name is Crystal Marks. I am the MRI coordinator. I've been here about 10 years and I have 3 wonderful children and a brand new grandson. What's your favorite thing about working here?
My favorite thing about working at Sumner Regional is being able to care for people in the community and then the co-workers that we have here. I think make the job enjoyable. What's yours?
I love the family atmosphere. I actually kind of did some PRN work another place, and then when they called and said they had a full-time position available, I was enthusiastic about coming back because it was such a great family atmosphere here.
How did you learn that you'd received the Mercy Award?
I was tricked by my boss. He had a meeting with me right before the ceremony, and everybody was supposed to come upstairs for the award ceremony, and I was one of the last to come up with another coworker of mine, and we were joking coming up the stairs saying, "Are you ready to get your reward?" And I'm like, "No, it's gonna be my turn this time." And she's like, "No, I'm ready, blah, blah." So we were out there and they started talking about this person. I was like, "Oh, that person is so sweet. Oh, they're so lovely." And then when Susan announced my name, we looked at each other and we're like, so that's how I learned. So it was an awesome day.
That's great.
And how did you learn that you won?
I also was tricked. Actually, I was supposed to be off that day. I just finished up a 3-day church retreat where we cook for the entire meals for the retreat, and I was supposed to be off that day, and my boss called me and told me that I needed to come in, that the other nurse was sick that day, and so I came in begrudgingly, honestly, and so then I felt very ashamed afterwards.
Who has been a inspiration to your life?
Probably my dad and my mother. My dad did a lot of volunteer work over the years through the volunteer ambulance service here in Sumner County. He actually was one of 6 gentlemen who helped develop the ambulance service here in town, and at that time it was volunteer, and so therefore he also did civil defense, which is now called emergency management. So that was all volunteer during that time, and seeing my mom volunteer her time for feeding them when they were out on calls all night, I think they were my role models, and I just feel that that's what God has us to do, to love your neighbor as yourself and to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So that's why I do it. And you?
Definitely would be my mother. She's always had other kids in the house, so she's always helped people when they're in their most dire moment. So we had a lot of cousins come through that ended up being brothers and sisters, or she had friends of kids of friends that would end up coming through because they had it out with their parents, and so she always just taught us to love people regardless of what state they were in or what they were going through. And I see that in myself a lot now that I'm older. I realize where I got it from. And now, 4 years ago, she was in a traumatic accident. So she's quadriplegic for the past 4 years, and she is the strongest, most resilient person. I mean, she's not stopped her life. Of course, there were a few hurdles to cover the first few months because of settling in and learning that this was a new normal, but she's still choir director at the church. She still works with kids. She just has to have other people to be her hands and feet. So she's definitely my inspiration for life, period.
I think it was a very humbling experience being a Mercy Award winner and being able to go to Nashville with all the other award winners and seeing us all in that room and what great things we try to do for the community.
That's true. A lot of people say that there's no more good in the world, but you see your peers, you know, reaching out in the community, you know, doing some of the things that you do, and me doing, you know, things like my mother does. And it's just not, you know, it's more common than uncommon. It's just not on the news like we see it. So it'd be good to see good news stories again on TV again.